Today on NFL Films Present, Barry, and more Barry.
NFL Films Presents is brought to you by Edge Shave Gel. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort.
If you've ever wondered how Barry Sanders performs all those gravity-defying twists and turns that make him the most exciting running back in football, well, we've got a special show for you. It's 100% Sanders. We've got all the great action and a whole lot more as we take an in-depth look at an out-of-this-world runner. So if you're one of those fans who believes that you can never get enough Barry Sanders, then you've come to the right place.
Have you seen Barry? I mean, on the field, have you seen him run the ball?
First thing you do when they hand them the ball is you stop breathing.
And you sitting there like this, like...
And your eyes get real big. Move closer to the TV or to the edge of your seat in the stadium.
They start to chant, Barry, Barry.
And you just wait for something great to happen.
You don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. It might be a 6-yard run, it might be a 60-yard run, but it's going to take your breath away from you.
5, and bumps to the 40, breaks it, 35, 30, he's gone! Unbelievable! Oh my gosh, what a run! Wow!
They said, oh man, how you see that great run he made?
That was unbelievable.
I just had to shake my head, man. How did you do that?
That one is a highlight reel special.
Run that back again. Oh, God, did you see that?
Holy mackerel!
You can't say they got him.
Looked like it was bottled up for nothing.
Because, you know, until the whistle blows, they don't got him.
I thought he was down. I did too.
You can't just say pick out the belt buckle and go for it because it's going to move.
Oh, he made a move!
He is the best touch football player who ever lived.
Rodney Peete, draw to Barry. Barry skirts to the 15, looks for running room, cuts to the...
There's a lot of shoes and jock straps laying on the field after the game.
He's to the 5, and will take it in. Touchdown, Lions. Oh, that is one of the great runs you'll ever see.
The clip that they show where against the Bills, the guy's got him, he's got him spun around in a 360, and he thinks he's throwing him to the ground. And he comes out the other side, and he's still running.
He got hit by about 8 bears and something, and all of a sudden the bears are flying everywhere, and he's doing cartwheels, and he's down the sidelines and in the end zone.
I don't know what the guy's name was against New England, and he literally just toyed with him. He got up on him, and the guy was running back on him. He got up and rolled his back on this side, and the guy turned around, he rolled this side, and he made him spin all the way around, and he went in for a touchdown. God.
When you look at Barry Sanders run the football and you see him do the amazing thing, run after run, sometimes you just got to look to the heavens and say, wow, wow.
He just could stop on a dime,
Cut on a dime.
Stop on a dime. Cut on a dime and give you change.
He squats, I don't know how many houses. His legs are so strong.
Huge thighs, big, powerful.
It's like his feet are digging in the ground, almost like he's going to pull the turf up off the concrete. That's how powerful he runs.
Just everything that he does out there, it's almost poetry in motion. It really is.
Barry Sanders with a move that Mikhail Baryshnikov couldn't make.
I mean, how graceful can it be until you see Barry Sanders?
When you're a kid and you're fishing for the first time and you catch your first fish and you go to grab that fish off the hook and it just jumps all over the place, that reminds me of Barry when people are coming in to tackle him.
One of those little super balls, and it's bouncing all around the room. You're trying to catch that little super ball, and you can't catch it.
Pinball machine. You know, playing pinball is just bing, 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 bing. It's kind of hard to catch a rabbit. You know, they run between your legs.
It's like to go to SeaWorld and watch a killer whale dive down deep. The excitement is you never know what he's going to do or where he's going to come from. And all of a sudden, from nowhere, he pops about the way. Oh, that's Barry.
Wow.
How many guys can go the distance on any play at any time?
And it looks like we're running about 10, 15 different running plays. All of them the same. Barry makes them look different.
His style is so different.
You take his number off and put 45 on him. That's Barry Sanders. You know, you just know that's Barry Sanders. That's him.
Man does amazing things.
There are some times when he'll get the ball and literally not get touched. He's doing this against the best in the world. How can someone be that much better than everybody else?
Watch him make a play and still be in disbelief and say, no, it didn't happen the way I think it happened. And then you see it on film the next day, and it's 10 times better than you even believed.
When he makes those great runs, when he comes off the field, I put my arm around him. I said, Barry, that was the best I've ever seen. I've said that maybe 100 times already. I'm sure I haven't seen the best yet. I think he keeps getting better and better.
The thing that makes him a spectacular performer is the reason you can't dissect him. You know, and I've found that the greater the player, the less he can tell you about what he does. You talk to Barry, he doesn't know what he does. I mean, it's all instinct. He doesn't know where he's going, what he's going to do. Nothing's premeditated. You know, he just goes here and sees the guy and he runs over there.
I was never the type of runner that could run straight through someone. I always had to find another way to get around them. I can be looking upfield, but then I can also react to some guy coming from this side or that side, spans or jumps or jukes and stuff like that. But if something's not there, trying to create it, something that I've always taken personal is to you know, break the tackle or outrun somebody or stiff arm them or juke them or do whatever I can, you know, to get past them.
He turns those precise X's and O's into an impromptu doodle. And while no two of his runs are ever the same, each is a masterpiece.
Can chickens from Los Angeles help stop Barry Sanders? Find out when we return.
No one has experienced the sheer dread of preparing for Barry Sanders more often than former Ram defensive line coach John Teerling.
He bites on it. We give you some more room to get in and get penetration.
We knew we had to play Barry Sanders, and we felt the only way we could even simulate his movement at practice was to get a couple of chickens and have our 300-pound linemen try to corral him and chase him and box him in and corner him and cut him off. But the biggest problem we had, we were in Los Angeles at the time, and there was no, you can't go out 5 miles in the country and buy a chicken. There's no chicken farms or ranches. So we had to go to Vietnamese market and bought 2 chickens. We put them in a box, brought them to practice. So we got the guys in a big circle ready to go, let the chickens out, and wouldn't you know it, we got 2 laid-back L.A., Hollywood, Beverly Hills type chickens that just stood there and slowly strutted around. And it didn't give us quite the picture we needed. By the time they gave us the picture, we caught them. Come on now, come on.
Poor John. Then he went to Minnesota, where he faced Barry twice a year.
When we practiced against him in Minnesota, we used 3 running backs every practice to simulate him. Every play we brought in a new back. They'd rotate 3 through, and we wouldn't blow the whistle till after 10 guys have touched them because we wanted to get in the practice of pursuing and trying to hem them in. It took that much work even from our practice squad guys to try to simulate Barry.
If you can't beat him, join him. So Teerling took a job in Detroit. Now Barry sharpens his defense. And Teerling can finally relax and watch others experience the nightmare of Barry.
See that guy right there? You know who that is, huh?
Whenever you play the Detroit Lions, you have to zero in and you have to stop Barry Sanders.
Everybody to the football. We know we got to tackle this guy. One guy, we can't depend on one guy to tackle this guy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, D. 1, 2, 3, D.
All as a group know that they're in for a wild afternoon.
They got the dangerous back in the NFL. He's liable to break it any minute. Hey, D, we got to get to that ball today. We got to corral that little Barry Sanders.
He's totally a defender's nightmare and an entire defense's nightmare because it takes all 11 guys to corral him and hem him in and then get him down and keep him down.
Come on, man. If you don't see him, just stay where you are. I mean, he's the kind of guy who'll come right back to you. You got to stop him. Period.
He can be stopped, It's quite rare, but Sanders was held in check by the Packers in the 1994 playoffs. They did it by employing the Sanders mind meld.
What you want to try to do against a guy like Barry Sanders is you better kind of think like him and try to feel like him and almost say, well, okay, if I feel like him and I think like him, now maybe I got a shot.
Barry probably loses more yards in a game rushing than most backs, and probably all the National Football League backs. We're not going to change his style of running. Every time Barry touches the ball, Barry's looking to get the big one. If the hole is plugged up, he's looking somewhere else. If there's a little bit of a hole, he's looking for a bigger hole.
Sometimes you wish Barry just hit it up in there and get 3 yards, but you know, then I said, well, why would I want to tell Barry how to run? That's like me calling the Vatican and telling the Pope how to pray. You know what I mean?
He gets that look in his eye of determination, and you know if it's 4th and 3, if he gets hit the first time at the line of scrimmage, he's going to make the first down. I remember one play we played the Giants, and we needed 9 yards on 3rd down, and he pulled like 4 guys 10 yards to get the first down.
For me, it's like the ultimate challenge, really. It's a very dangerous game. Most of the guys aren't that pleasant.
Nothing!
And so, you know, they say a ton of things, regardless of what I've been able to do, that's not going to happen today. You know, is the basic message that I usually get out of what they say.
Don't run that shit over here. What's wrong with you?
My answer is when I get the ball, I try to prove them wrong.
So let's see what happens. Here's Pete back to throw. He hands off to Sanders. Gets outside to the 30. Brilliant. What a sight.
He's the greatest running back in the National Football League today, and is one of the greatest I've seen in a long, long time.
You stop him, you stop him, you stop him, and then see you later.
They go tell you, I told you, don't let him go. Gee, I knew he was going.
But never let him outside. Never let all week. Don't let him outside when it's dangerous. Damn.
Then they just give up after that. They said, man, he done killed our spirit. We had him down the whole time.
A broken spirit leads to delirium, then awe. One linebacker swears he even saw Barry divide in 2.
Look, see it? The double? See the double?
He's just a tremendous, great running back.
Stiff arm to the 15, to the 10, juke move to the 5, very nice, touchdown, Lions!
I don't really pay that much attention to what people are doing to stop me. It's more so, how can I go out and do above and beyond what I did yesterday and challenge myself and still make sure, you know, I'm as big a threat today as I was yesterday.
He stands just 5'8", but he's a giant to every defender.
We'll be right back with a final tribute to Barry.
McDonald's presents.
He's probably the most appreciated athlete in the history of Detroit, and there's been some great athletes on, you know, I'm talking all sports, from Al Kaline to Isaiah Thomas to Billy Sims, but while he's playing, but his legend will be unmatched when he's done playing. I've had people come up to me all the time and say there's nobody in the history of this great game that we have that's ever been like him, because some of the things he's done will be seen on highlight films forever. The appreciation for his talent will come through finally when he's done and gone and people say, God, was he great.
In the NFL, there is nothing more anticipated than the next Barry carry.
Remember, as a kid playing tag, you want to get him to tag him and touch him, and you never do. I mean, he always has his flag and flag football. He's never hit and tag. you just can't catch them.
And they never will. And fortunately, for fans everywhere, it, for Barry Sanders, was always football.
I wasn't terribly attracted to soccer or getting involved in some band, you know, or being an actor, a race car driver, you know. I don't know. I've always liked ball. Being able to go out and compete, being healthy and young and having the physical ability to go out and do really well at something that I really like doing is something that is really fulfilling for me.
On each snap, 11 men set their sights on number 20. And from the beginning, he set his sights on proving himself to those 11. Now, he wants more.
You know, when I first came into the game, my thing was to try to, you know, prove that I could play on this level, you know, coming from a small school. And then my thing was to be consistent and, you know, at least get to the playoffs. And then after that, it was, you know, let's try to get further than just the playoffs. Let's try to make it all the way. So that's the thing that I think drives me. Not out of thinking. I mean, I know it is. I mean, getting to the championship game and then going to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's the ultimate of this game. And so the ultimate thing now is getting to that pinnacle of success, which is, you know, getting a Super Bowl ring.
If Lombardi trophies and Super Bowl rings were handed out each year to the player who best exemplifies how the game was meant to be played, Barry Sanders would have the lion's share. In return, he's given football fans a body of runs that have raised their spirits and brought them to the edge of their seats. A spectacular array of spins, twists, and great escapes that leave them wishing that he could run forever. Watching him play is a privilege, and being his teammate is an honor.
It's something you can tell your kids, you know, I played with that little short guy right there. He was real good, and he's 5'8".
And I'm going to say it one more time, look dead in this camera. If he's not the best football player, best runner that the Lord has ever made, the Lord is yet to make one.
Like to be remembered as someone who came out and despite the attention and comparisons and you know, critics or whatever else, I just came out and I took care of business on the field, and I gained respect of my peers and took it very serious. Not only took it serious, but also was able to appreciate you know, just the people that I met and the overall experience, and not take it for granted. And so if I can be remembered in that way, then I'll be satisfied.
Pitch out to Barry, left side, hole, 35, 40, Barry on the run. Look out, 30, they'll never catch him. See you later. Touchdown, Lions.
Indeed, no one really knows where life's road will lead, but one thing's certain. Barry Sanders' journey has been a memorable one.
What a run by Barry Sanders. Holy mackerel. Fights free. He's on his way. Unbelievable. And that should put him on top of the NFL in rushing. 43-yard run. He was tied up twice, and he just kept pounding those legs, and he scores, and the Lions have the lead. Oh, my gosh, what a run.
Edge presents the ultimate performance of Week 6. It's gotta be Barry. Detroit's most exciting runner scored 3 touchdowns while amassing 157 yards on 18 carries.
Barry got room 30. Midfield, Barry off to the 40, 30. It's a race to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown!
The Lions beat the Browns 38-20 thanks to Barry Sanders, the Edge ultimate performer of Week 6.
Now, to each man who shaves, there's an edge all his own. Only Edge Gel has 8 custom formulas to fit every shaving need. From tough beards to sensitive skin, for a close, comfortable shave, Get an edge of your own. Edge Gel, skincare for men. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the Edge.
I know there really is something about being a soldier. It started the moment I got here. The word can't vanished. This was advanced training. This was the training I came in for. My folks are proud of what I've done. I'm proud of who I am. I'm a soldier.